I have attempted to make this video 4 times, and it's got nothing to do with the random phone call I got that interrupted the last time I tried to do this video. So, hi guys, this is Connie, and I'm on my couch because my phone was at 1% when I started this whole thing. And kind of like my life, I really need to recharge my batteries. So this morning, I got up at like 3 o'clock and I haven't had like a decent nap since then. And it's currently after 11 p.m. So I am going to be feeling it hardcore in the morning. It'll be all right. I'll sleep eventually. I did want to say, now that I'm here and I'm alert enough. So I dropped off Mom and Dad Tryon at the airport this morning because I've done morning drives with no issue, and today was no different. I wanted to complain and be a grouch about like my car. I really, really miss my car. Really I hate that it's broken, and it just makes me want to like curl up with my blanket like Linus, and I just want to gripe and complain, and that doesn't really help anybody. Plus, typically, like whenever I would used to work out, I'd always think if I have the energy to complain, that means I have the energy to like get through the workout and just deal with it and find other things to do with my time and energy besides wasting it complaining. So lack of sleep made me cranky again. And I was also stressed from the week, even though in retrospect, I feel like I didn't do that much. Like we opened our home, which was fine, but like I don't do a lot of like organizational stuff. I don't do a lot of immediate cleaning. Let's rephrase that. The house stays clean enough. But as far as like following up behind a meal and making sure everything's in the dishwasher and run, like these ladies were super impressive between my sister and my mother-in-law. It was impressive, and I just felt like I fell short because I don't do the same thing in the same rhythm. But it was great. Like they did a lot of cooking. They did a lot of helpful things. They were able to do a lot of crafts with the kids, which was really cool. And I was just like too tired to function for most of the week. So how I felt anyway. Just stress manifesting in that way. And their visits aren't stressful, but it was overwhelming and a shock, I think, to the system to go from a family of 3 to a house full of like 9 people total. And then to have Thanksgiving basically be, I think the final count was 17. I think we had 17 people here for Thanksgiving. So that was a thing. I'm going to jump forward a little bit because when I first started to sit down and do this video, I was kind of feeling sorry for myself because I was just like, it's a weird, strange rabbit trail to go off into, but I was like, I just want somebody that I admire to tell me I'm beautiful. And I don't say that, I'm not seeking compliments. I'm saying basically just word vomit, trying to get some of my thought process out at this moment. So I don't say that to like expect comments about like, you're so awesome, or you're so cute, you're so beautiful, or even like trolls to come out and say something completely to the contrary, because if you troll, I block you. Simple as that. Because I don't need the negativity. Nobody needs to see the negativity beyond just for my own well-being. The trolling just it's useless poison, and whether it's done in fun or it's done specifically with the intention to be destructive, it's inappropriate, it's unacceptable, and I simply just decide to block it. I'd much rather have a lot of people trying to do positive things in the comments. Like I'm overwhelmed with the Connie Reads books or the Connie Reads segments. I'm still completely flabbergasted at the fact that reading books aloud on the internet could totally be a thing, and has since then garnered almost over 1,000 subscribers to the channel, which I'm super grateful for. So I could say that every video. Thank you. Like, hi guys, this is Connie. This is Connie's Notes. This is a Connie's Notes video, November 1 take every day. And let me tell you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Because I didn't ever expect this to be something that people would latch onto and enjoy and want to either hear or see more of. So, yay. So that was a random thought throughout the day. I sang at my church because I do vocal worship stuff with the team at my church, and forgot that there was a tryout for Christmas Eve singing things. So I was like, I used that fire meme where the guy's sitting in the office on fire and is like, I'm fine. This is fine. We're fine. Because I felt like I dropped the ball, and I know I can be more prepared than that. And while I know I have, I don't say this to toot my own horn, but I'm able to pick up a song and sing it with ease for the most part. I'm able to pick out the harmonies fairly quickly. It kind of just comes naturally to me, where I know that there are other people that I've met, even in our ministry, that have to work really hard at it. And it becomes like a foreign oddity to me. I remember we had a conversation at some point, and somebody had asked a question about how can we get better at this and that. And a part of me goes, or how are you able to, he basically was genuinely asking a question about how are we able to do this? And I was like, well, I thought that just kind of comes naturally with the, being in the same place multiple times and learning from these different people. You're able to pick up on, well, does this, and you make this happen like that. That just seems like, it was difficult to hear it. And that was an email that I need to check soon. It was difficult to grasp the concept that there are people in the world who are not as inclined to it as I am, and I'm fairly ignorant when it comes to music. I used to play instruments and read it, but I don't do any of that now. I've not practiced in any of that. So I am able to pick up a pitch, and I'm able to repeat that pitch. I'm also able to find harmonies with that pitch. That's about it. And I'm very thankful for that opportunity and the ability that comes with it. But I know that I take it for granted, and I could brag about, I can listen to a song about 3 times and I should be able to sing it fairly well without any big issue going back on it, as far as errors and stuff, or maybe I can find harmonies on it. And so it was weird to know that there are people who don't have the same kind of giftings, and it kind of threw me off because I didn't really know how to broach that subject gracefully and be like, well, you just do this. It just takes practice, or it just takes time, and you learn to adjust to it. And I didn't mean to make it sound like I was ignoring it or bypassing a legitimate question. A part of me just didn't understand. And so that was a thing. So I didn't feel very prepared, but I did go in and I sang it, as nervous as I was. And now parts of it are on video because it was allowing him to grasp a concept for something going on for Christmas. See, before that, there was a lot of Pokemon going today, because today was, I think, pretty close to the end of the global event. There was a global catching initiative. I'm getting all of my words mixed up. It's late. It's way past my bedtime. I'm glad I can still create English sentences at this point. Anyway, Pokemon Go. Gotta catch them all. Once we got to 3 billion in this event, they would release Farfetch'd. Well, as soon as I left church, a Farfetch spawned. And so it has happened. We have collected 3 billion Pokemon in the Pokemon Go game in 1 week. Holy crap. That is intense. And I may have been a bit impulsive this week when it came to my gameplay. So I feel like that was something that kind of tore my attention from everything that was going on this week. It was fun to do it as like a distraction from when I was stressed out from various parts of the week, because I know that that was definitely how I used it. But Mustachio and I do like to play a game, so we went out and got some walking in, got some food, and got some raiding in, and got to collect more Pokemon. And before that, he had to do some homework because he's currently finishing up a class certificate program for his job. I think he's coming up now, because unbeknownst to him, I was starting to get grouchy and feel sorry for myself. I've already talked about that. But as I was thinking about how do I interweave that whole random thought about not feeling good enough, or, I just wish somebody would appreciate me, somebody that I admire, I get a phone call, or first I got a text, and then I ended up getting a phone call. And so with the exception of the times that we've had different dropped phone calls in this one sitting, I probably sat and talked with my cousins for over a half an hour, 45 minutes or more. And it was just a really great opportunity to just share God, share love, share scripture and prayer. And it was not something I had anticipated happening tonight. And it was one of those things where I was like, thank you, God, for answering my prayer in a way that I didn't anticipate. First off, I think it's God answers prayer even when you don't technically pray for it in a specific way. And again, he knows better than we know. And so that was a great experience and a reminder to me that I have plenty to offer to the world, even if it's not the things that I am very comfortable with, as far as, I wish I could be this, like, I wish I could be that. And the part of me goes, I'm very comfortable being who I am. And in most cases, I'm very comfortable in the skin I'm in. Although I will say, as of right now, I am a little timid to get on the scale, because if I am more than 240 pounds right now, I will be very ticked, because anything higher than that is going to be hitting parts and weights that I've never been that much heavier in my life, with the exception of being pregnant. So but yeah, it completely came out of the blue and just completely shocked me and surprised me, and it was a pleasant surprise, and not one that I expected, which I feel is redundant when you say pleasantly surprised. I wasn't expecting this, and it made me feel really good, and wow. It definitely was not what I had intended for the night to end. But I'm glad that it did end that way. I'm glad that I was able to reconnect with some family and had a lot of quality time with other family throughout the week. And it's just a really great day, even when I'm grouchy and tired. Still a good day, and I was having a hard time figuring out how to get to that point. But I guess it took 4 different videos and a phone call later to remind myself. of how to get there, because this is a thing. And it beats being on the bed right now, because the phone would have died and I would have probably fallen asleep on camera, which would have been hilariously funny, but not useful to all the things we're talking about. So that was Saturday. It was Saturday, November 25th, 2017. Yes. Be careful with that and enjoy, please and thank you. And I will see you for the next installment. And I do appreciate those who watch. I really appreciate those who subscribe. Yeah, I'm glad that these videos do something for someone out there, and continue to hope that you do well, that you really would look at life, that you would be careful with it and enjoy. Please and thank you. I gotta stop being as redundant as I get, but having more sleep will help with that. So let's see if we can fix that now. Bye.